Hello, hello, hello. We are live or going live. I'm waiting for my screen to pop up. I am hoping you guys can hear me. If you can't, please let me know. uh, if you can hear me, I would love to know that you can. I'm hoping you guys can see my screen share. Um, Okay, so it still says I'm showing. I want to be able to see you guys plus see it. So let me know if you guys can hear me. I guess I could use my phone. This is like the first time you guys, I've done it this way. So let me know if you guys can hear me. This is Sylvia Hubbard, author and founder of Motown Writers Network. And we are live today in our group. And I just want to know if you guys are there. Hey, Deandra, you can hear me? Okay, good. So I'm trying to do a screen share for you guys. We're trying to do something different. I know this is totally different than what we're used to. But like I said, today we're going to be doing, of course, goals for authors and writers. So, hey, Barbara, how are you? Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Um, so let me know if you guys can hear me at all. I am trying to literally start this process of, see if you guys can see my PowerPoint presentation. I don't know if you guys can see that. So just let me know if you guys can see it. Because it's not really showing me what you guys can see. I can see Facebook. Okay, it does show it. Woo! We are getting somewhere. So your questions might be a little bit delayed and you guys can't see my beautiful face, and I know that makes you really sad. Okay, you guys can see the presentation. So yeah, everything is a little bit delayed on my end. I can see what I'm doing on another screen. So when your comments come in, you guys have to give me about 10 seconds to realize that you have a question or not. So I'm giving everybody a chance to come in, just like our Saturday meetings at the library. I'd give you like about 5 minutes to get up those large stairs and get seated and situated. You guys know you should have your notebook ready. Your notebook ready. If you do have any questions while we're going through this, just go ahead and punch them in. But like I said, it does take about, it looks like it's like a 5 second delay. Um, Dr. Matthews, if you could just put like hearts in the comments right now, and I can start doing a countdown of how fast it takes me, or everybody start doing hearts in the comments right now, and I can see how fast the comments pop up on my end. Um, that way we know. So, yep, we're gonna get started in probably about 1, 2 minutes. Um, Good morning, Terry. Good morning, good morning. Okay, so that was about, yep, that was probably about 15 seconds. Yep, definitely. That was about, that was like 10 seconds. Yes, a 10-second delay. Good morning, Jay. How you doing, Big Mike? How you doing? Congratulations on the nuptials. Hi, guys. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Valerie. Oh my God, you guys are coming in and sitting down. Hey guys. Oh my God. Okay. I see you. I see all y'all. Look at y'all. Okay, so we're doing something different today. Usually everybody sees my bright face in the morning and all fresh and washed and everything, and I swear it's fresh and washed now. But I decided to try the behind the scenes thing on Facebook groups, which is the live presentations that you can use And so you guys also can learn how to use this as well. I'm learning as we go. You can share your screen when you make an event on Facebook groups. You can actually do screen sharing inside of the event. And you can also invite people. People say you can't do group events, but I learned how you can invite people in a group. So I might try that one time. So this is kind of cool. Okay, so yeah, my Facebook just on my other screen just went out, but we're not gonna fret because I want to be able to see you guys' comments. So I'm gonna keep that screen up. Okay, so we're gonna get started. Like I said, and four others are watching with you. Oh, thank you, Arlene and Terry. Oh my God, you guys are really watching. Okay, here we go. Hey, Stephanie, how you doing? Hi, Tiffany. Okay, so we're gonna get going. So goals for success. Now, I created this presentation probably about, I think about 2 3 years, no, about 2 years ago. It was a lot of FAQ questions I had gotten, and the bottom line was that people were coming to the end of the year and like disappointed in their sales. Now, honestly, the study has been that most authors that will come out with a book, the majority of authors that do come out with a book, um, basically, good morning, Andrea. They basically maybe only sell about $600 worth on their first book, and there is a reason. Number one, it is the it is the marketing and the work effort that they're putting into it. So you're gonna like they say, you get in what you put in. So if you're not putting in, or you're dependent on others to put in that effort, you're not gonna get any. You're gonna get that much back. Now there are people who I know who put in a whole bunch and they're like, Sylvia, well, I got it wrong. Well, possibly they put in a whole bunch somewhere where they weren't supposed to be putting it in, or they weren't really listening to their readers of where they should have been marketing that. Now I'm not gonna say it's all the author's fault. Well, it kind of is, because if they're doing most of the stuff by themselves, and even in the publishing world, where the publisher sometimes picks up the book and they're marketing for the author, most times it is the author's fault. It is because they weren't listening to the analytics and they weren't paying attention to the path to success that they should. Now, like I said, it does take about a 10-second delay for me to see something. So if you guys have any questions as we go through this presentation, just let me know. Okay, so let's go to the next screen. So on the screen now, you see who I am. I always forget to introduce myself. But yeah, you guys pretty know who I am. The overall goal for this workshop is basically for you to learn how to build up search engine optimization, which is called SEO, a very important word for you guys. Write that word down, search engine optimization, and to increase return on investment. And to create a way for you to gain more eyes on your writing and more money for your bank account. So the return on investment is either time or money. That's what you should be getting back. You're given time and money, so you should be getting time and money back. So that is why the ROI is so important. And sometimes the time is more valuable than the money that you're going to get back. Sometimes the time can equal money on the back end. So don't think just because you spent a whole bunch of time doing something that it was a waste, because later on it paves the way for a better profit to come. So always, as we go through these steps, don't think about it as, oh, Sylvia, well, that's going to take a lot of time. Well, Rome was not built in a day. So yeah, you're not gonna you don't plant a seed and today and then tomorrow you get a rose. So yeah, we gotta work at it. Okay. So like I said, take your pen and paper out. Let's go. So the first goal for success. And I know you guys hear this all the time, and you're like, oh, I just can't do it. But you do. You have to read all the time. You have to read your books in your genre, books outside your genre, resource books, business books. And then once you read all of that, you do reviews on the books. And that is because you want to get the search engine optimization from those books, but also you are putting in ROI into those books where you can get back something for doing that. You read books in your genre in order to understand what is coming out in your genre, what people want in your drama, and what are people looking for. Especially you want to look for a couple of A-list authors, B-list authors, and C-list authors to see what are they doing that's working and what are they doing that are not working. Very important. You want to read books outside of your genre because you want to increase and bring something new to your genre. And plus, it just helps to read. And then resource books, you are an authorpreneur. You want to stay in the business of being you want to stay in the book business. So you should be reading resource and business books in order to help your company, quote unquote, grow. I forget the camera's not on me, so you guys don't see my hand expressions. So it's really funny because I think you guys can see me and you can't. So I know, like, if I do hand expressions, you guys can't see me. So that's kind of weird. Okay, so you also want to learn about new businesses in the writing, publishing, marketing world and new technologies. So you want to read blogs with experts and even websites. You want to have newsletters. You do want to read these. And I know I send out a lot of information, but if you even spoke to Denise, you could see, like, even behind the scenes, who helps me post information to the blog and to the group. Behind the scenes, I am actually reading over 4,000 magazines, blogs, news sites to funnel just that. I think I funnel maybe 10% of what I read into the group, possibly just 10% to the group, but it's over at least 4,000 pieces of information that I go through every month, and I funnel that into the group or on the thing. And I know you say, Sylvia, how do you have time for that and all the other stuff you got to do? Don't ask. I make time for what's important to me. So that's all I can say. That's all I can respond to that question. Will the slides be available after this live? I might make them available for like $1 to contribute to the Motown Writers Network. That's what I might do to help out the Motown Writers Network. But research your subject matter. That means research you. Research what you are writing. Research what is happening in your genre. Research what is to come. How many people, if you have done this, give me a thumbs up. How many people actually read an article on trends for 2021? How many people read an article between November, December, and January for trends of 2021 in their book, in their business, any kind of article that said trends for 2021? Give me a thumbs up. I don't see a lot of thumbs up. maybe I'm looking. But see, that's why it's important. How do you know what's going to happen this year if you haven't read anything? Or you aren't listening to the experts? Like, literally, how do you know how is your business going to thrive? How are you selling books this year if you don't know what is happening? I mean, let's be honest. Let's give us that question. How do you know? Give me a thumbs up if you actually read a 2021 trend article, or saw a video, or even, I don't know, read a quote. read a tip or something. Now, and I don't see any thumbs up. And that's a scary part. That's scary. Like, that's really scary, guys. Come on. So the next thing, number 2, is to write. We are not going to be a one-hit wonder kind of writer. We want to be able to not only write what we keep writing what we've written, because even if you came out with one book, there are things inside that book you wanted to put out, but the editor was like, okay, this is not appropriate, let's do it somewhere else. You can put that stuff out, find more other ways to write. I mean, heck, it's so much stuff going on. You could journal, heck, fill up a whole journal in the past 7 days of 2021, literally. The more you write, the easier it is to write. I don't care what anyone says. The more you write it, the more easier it is. So you have to do it in order to get better at it. And to make editing costs a whole lot cheaper so they're not charging you so much, you need to keep writing. Find your optimal time. Every writer has a good time to write. I know that my time is in at night between like 12 and 3 in the morning. So that's my optimal time to write. I can sit for those 3 hours and just go to town. And choose your environment. Find out where you feel comfortable at. And do those things. Now, if you are a busy person, please, like, then find out, say, hey, I'm going to do at least, I usually say, do at least about 20 to 30 minutes a day. No matter what, try to sit down for 20, 30 minutes a day. If you know you can't do that, even if you can't do that 20, 30 minutes a day, break it down. Say, hey, I can do 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there. I can wake up in the morning early and get that 15 minutes in. And I can, before I go to bed, get that 15 minutes in. But please make sure you find time to write. Give yourself no reason not to write. I have a digital notebook. I have two wireless keyboards. One I keep even in my car. I even have a desk I keep in my car. So no matter where I am, I can find the time to write. I can actually set up my cell phone and literally start writing. So I give myself no reason to fail. That is what you should be waking up and saying. Never, ever, ever give. I cannot believe nobody has read a Trend 2020, 2021 at all. I am kind of mad about that. I'm like a mama. I still remember past things. I am really upset. Today is your goal to try to read what's trending for your genre or for the book business in 2021. Make that a side note, please, right now. Hey guys, I see you guys have all joined in. Hey Char. Oh, you did? You have read a 20. Oh, okay. I see Char. She said she did do it. Okay, Char gets a free download of the PowerPoint presentation. That's what she gets. So she the only one that says she did. My God, that is terrible. Okay, number 3, publish. Publish is another goal. We should not just be publishing a book as writers. There are so many other things to publish and produce more content. We should always be focused on that. Like I said, content is king. So you want to have a lot of content. What has kept me afloat I'm going to tell you what has kept me afloat during bad times. And a lot of people have been in here and been surprised, like, Sylvia, no matter what you go through, you still are able to do stuff. You're still coming out with stuff. You're still having stuff available. And that is because I produce a mass amount of content. As you can see, the list is short stories, novellas, novels, articles, build to list and how to list and blogs. If you have a massive amount, no matter what happens, you can always refunnel and repurpose that content. So something is always going out despite what's happening in your personal life. I've been in this business, and you guys know, for about 20 years. No, Michael, that's not a big excuse. Watching Agent Orange. No, that's not an excuse. I'm sorry. Even while I was watching it, I was still completing. I did about 500 words. Trust me, 500 words in 3 hours. So, whatever, I had my laptop in front of me while I was watching TV. No excuse, Michael. Nice try. Nice try. But Like I was saying, because I was able to repurpose and republish out content that I had had in the past, I kept, Motown writers afloat, and I kept my book business afloat because I had been always producing content in the past and been able to put stuff out there. So all times you should be publishing something. Content is king, and it is really important, especially as an author. Very important. So our next one, that should be number 4. Number 4, goal digging. Writing, publishing, and marketing are our goals. We should be always, at all times, goal digging. We should always have a writing goal every day, some kind of publishing goal every day, and some kind of marketing goal every day. So when you think about it, a small business owner, when they open up a store, they spend up to 16 to 18 hours a day running that store. Okay, Vanessa, the question was, since you just joined, no one else can get, since I know who just joined, what was the last time, I mean, between November, December, and January, did you read or listen to a Trend 2021 article or video? Did you read an article or watch a video on trends in your business that is taking place in 2021? And those are just for the people who just joined, and I know who joined after Shar, who joined. So I know if you did, you get a free prize. So but goal digging, you should be trying to spend so if a small business owner spends about 16 to 18 hours a day trying to make sure a brick and mortar store survives, we as authorpreneurs, we should be spending at least, the minimum amount is, I say, 2 hours a day trying to keep our business afloat. That means in that 2 hours you should be trying to write, publish, or market. You see, I don't say or, I say and marketing. You should be trying to do those things in those amount of time. To be successful in this, you should be in this whole entrepreneur endeavor. You should be, if you're looking for success, you should be doing at least 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours a day. And yes, I know you got kids, and yes, I know you got responsibilities. You're head of the household. You got a full-time job. Yeah, you sound just like me. So yeah, it can be done. Okay, so it helps to think about it like that. Thank you. Yeah, right, Angela. It is. It's a really good way to think about um how, if a brick and mortar store spends that amount of time, you should be doing. So to be successful in this entrepreneur endeavor, you should be looking at about 6 hours. Now, what do you do with those 6 hours? You first get a planner. Everyone should have a planner. Let me see those hearts for planners. If you have a planner and it's sitting right beside you, let me see those double, triple hearts. I should see them. Just that screen should be busting at the seam. You know what, you guys? I swear I'm driving to each one of y'all houses. give, give y'all a butt whooping. I'm gonna just be Big Mama. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. So get a planner. Really start planning what you want out, especially when you're coming to content. When we talk about publishing out your content, you don't want to just be thinking about it on the fly. It doesn't always work all the time thinking about it on the fly. Really sitting down and getting your planner out and producing what you're going to be doing is really important. When I know I have to speak for you guys, I literally go into my planner and I say, okay, I'm speaking. After 1 second Saturday ends, I literally go into my planner and say, okay, who's talking next? Okay, I'm taking over the group in January. So now, like, the second Saturday in December, I was already thinking about what I was gonna talk to you about, where I was gonna pull the information from, and what I needed to do to update any information. So getting a planner is very, very important in order to get that goal digging. So then you make realistic goals and plans at least 2 to 3 months out in advance. Even if it's just saying, in March, I know it's heading into spring, I should be doing some spring content planning. So, spring into something, I should be thinking about promos I need to be making on Canva. I should be thinking of a spring kind of contest to get people eyes on my nonfiction books or something like that. I should be springing into something. Something should be springing somewhere. So that's what I should be thinking about now, in terms of how I'm planning my content. Create timelines in your writing, publishing, marketing. If you're writing a book now, create a timeline. Say, hey, I know I'm doing 500 words a day. Then that's probably going to take me about 8 months to finish the book. So probably in November, probably no, even in September, I should be looking for an editor, keeping my ear to the ground for an editor that can pick this up soon as I'm done in November. And then I can also, once I pick my editor in September, I can also start doing my marketing, because I should be looking at possibly a Christmas to New Year's 2022 launch. So I can put my pre-order link now saying available in 2022 and let people know it's going to be available then. So that literally, I just created a book timeline if that's how you were going to roll. Literally. I have Google Alert set up for my genre and the publishing industry. Very good. You're listening. That is very good. I think I do have a listening function on here too. So definitely, that is awesome. Okay, so also plan for future and new technologies. Like I said, if you are reading and keeping your ears to the ground, you should be looking at what's to come and seeing how you can fit that in your writing, publishing, and marketing plans. How you can situate that and even talk about it. Hey, this, you make a video or write an article if this works for me, if it doesn't. So it's a good thing to know, and then know that you have content upcoming to talk about, because this new technology is on its way out or being published or something. So like I said, if you guys have, I know timelines, it so helps. Yes, definitely. It helps to secure those pre-orders. A lot of people don't realize that those pre-orders are so important, and people pay attention to those pre-order numbers. That is really important to know, especially if you have that ISBN assigned directly to you. It's really important to know that you are being watched on those pre-orders. So don't wait till the book come out. And you guys know that's my pet peeve, is when I see, I'm rolling on Facebook and then I say, oh, my book was just published last night. And they got a nice screen capture of Amazon screen saying your book has been published. And they're so happy. And we didn't even know you even had a book coming out. Then that is a huge pet peeve of mine. And don't come to me telling me some, Sylvia, I don't know why my book didn't sell. I can tell you. So definitely. So network and connect. That's number 5. Network and connect. So of course, like we just talked about, find an editor and cover designer. Don't wait till you need it. Get it before that time. It's very important that you are scouting out editors and cover designers way in advance, because you should be getting your resource library together, because as you're reading and writing and doing all this, you're creating lists of things that you're going to need. You're pre-planning, you're doing your goal digging. So when somebody's out there even in our group, and they say, hey, I started a graphic business, put that in your side pocket. Check out their website. See if that's a good fit for you, or just have it as a resource. So, later on, if I need some promos done, then hey, I got this person who can just hit me up with some promos about my book. Very important. Join writers groups and communities. I know how you guys love Motown Writers Network, but also be out there. If you are a kids author, you should be joining the illustrators and children's authors group, romance authors, Romance Writers of America. I mean, there are so many really professional groups that can offer discounts on things and other resources, but I want you guys to expand your network. Your network is your net worth. So expand your network, get out there and meet other people. Even though we're online all the time, that doesn't mean your face, your virtual, your face, meeting people and networking with people has gone away. It's still possible to network and collaborate with people. You can still volunteer your time to nonprofits. I always say book selling, community before book selling, which increases our book sales, and connect with your local libraries. You can still connect with these local libraries all around everywhere. And now libraries are seeing the possibility of more virtual events. So contact these bookstores, contact these libraries, get in touch with them and see how you can create an experience, a literary experience virtually. It's so many tips and tricks out there. You don't know, go to YouTube and literally search for how to create a virtual event, and then pitch this event to your local library, or even to a library or to a bookstore. So yes, definitely join. Yeah, right, Vanessa. Join poetry groups too. So yeah, oh my God, there's a lot of events for romance authors. It's too many. It's too many groups for romance. For romance authors, the darker the more their groups are. So yes, definitely a lot of groups are out there that you guys can connect with. And like I said, remember, this is all going back to helping your search engine optimization and your return on investment. So even when you join these groups, participate in these groups. Get involved in the conversation in these groups. Have a group day every month on your planning calendar where you connect with people in these groups and say, hey, let's collaborate. Let's share our stuff out to our readers. Let's do something with these groups. So they're not just, taking fees from you. You're also getting something from that. Be a part of, go at least to one of their workshops. Be a part of it. So, Dr. Matthew says the education department at the Detroit Zoo. Oh, congratulations on your new job, Dr. Matthews. Okay. Is looking for African American authors with books on animals, plants, or the planet. Oh, great place to volunteer and network. Oh my God, that is awesome. Joyce, gotta jump on it. Gotta jump on it, Joyce. You can do it. Okay, so start making money. That's what you want to hear. You want to hear how to start making money. So actually in this PowerPoint presentation, you can also get an author to income checklist, and find ways as a writer and author you can build the income. So there are so many various ways. We all think we have to produce books in order to make that money, but it's actually not. The easiest way I found, the most simple way, is an Amazon affiliate link. And that way, if you talk about a pen, you get on the video and say, this is the best pen I ever wrote with. And if you write with this pen, it is going to create magic. Your words will flow. You'll have like 10,000 words by the end of the day. Your hand might fall off, but this pen will make you want to do it. And then people actually will click on the link. It's subscribe to the link below, or click on the link below to get your pin. People click on that link when you do Amazon affiliate links. I've had a nice gas money using Amazon affiliate links, or I see an author coming out with a book and I'll say, hey, let me promote your book. because I see that author has got their stuff together, all set up, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be easy, and I can just say, hey, let me go out there and start telling everybody about this book. This is a great book. You guys gotta read it. I did a review on it. Check it out. Click that Amazon link below, and people click it, and author gets paid and I get paid. That is the most amazing thing in the world. I'm so happy you made it to the bestsellers list through that link I have provided. So you can also do paid blogging posts. If you go to was it ProBlogger.net, he has, like, every day he comes out with paid blogging opportunities. So it's ProBlogger.net. You can go there and literally get blogging affiliate links and paid blogging opportunities through him. I know that. Automatic online courses, that has become a really big thing, especially for authors. For Udemy and electronic courses like that, automatic online courses. I even have a course called Plot Twist, where I took a course that I had done online on the Zoom and had the audio, and I have it. I have a paid course where you can take the workshop. If you do workshops, you can actually record them, which I should have did this. I can do screen. I can actually record my screen, but I should have recorded this, but I didn't. But anyway, you can actually have it so you can set these up so people can record these and get them on. If you have WordPress and you have the premium edition, you can literally have premium content on your website where people can subscribe, and if they're a premium subscriber on your website, they can actually access that content, and you can load workshops such as this or other talks that you do, load it up and have premium subscribers actually be able to get content from you. So you can do that as well. You can do coaching. If you're good at something and you have a lot of knowledge about it, you can actually have coaching and get paid per hour. And of course, then there's speaking. We had Pam Perry talk about different speaking engagements that you can be getting in order to build money as an author. So like I said, you don't have to just sell books. You can do other stuff in order to make money. Easy, very easy stuff. And of course, you're creating content, so you can create ways to make money. So don't worry, keep it going. So I believe this is number 6. Don't quote me on it. Don't quote me on it. Yep, this is number 6. So number 6, build your following. This is the most important thing, and a lot of authors do forget that and ignore that spelling error on the in the PowerPoint. I forgot to take it out. I see it. Okay, so this, a lot of times authors forget, and writers, even if you haven't come out with a book, you should be building your following. That means literally you should be going on social media and saying, hey, here's my mailing list. You guys need to click on it, give me your email address, because when I come out with my book, I want you guys to be able to know more about it and know what I'm doing. So you should be driving traffic from social media to your website. That is very important. You really have to be doing that, because you don't want Mark Zuckerberg and them to have your traffic. You want to have traffic on your own. Own your stuff. Own it. Is it possible for you to place the hyperlinks in the comments? Maybe. From the document, no, but I can do like the Pro Blogger. Hey, look, I can talk and type. Look at me. Look at me. The Pro Blogger link for affiliate. To get blogging jobs. I can do that. I know that. And it was another link I had in mind for you guys. I'll think about it. But I can actually do that. let's see, you can drive traffic from social media to your website because you don't want them to own your mailing list. Your mailing list is power. Your mailing list is your money maker. I don't care what anybody say. Everybody should have a mailing list. I'm going to get a link. Actually, let me see if I can do it. I'm gonna get a link to the that I did with Fiat. The other day, the 5x5, I did that with her, and literally I show people how even to do a free mailing list, especially like if you have things like WordPress and Blogger, you actually have an opportunity to do free mailing lists. So it's really no excuse why you don't have a mailing list. I'm trying to find that link as we speak. But Fiat, as mentioned, Fiat does have a 5x5 if you guys are interested in it. She has a 5x5 where you guys can go in and actually promote yourself for $5. So please, please, please support Miss Fiat. She is amazing and awesome. Okay, here's the link to the 5x5 where we talk about how you can get free mailing lists. And I only had 5 minutes, but she let me go a little bit longer because I started teaching, I started being a teacher again. So if you guys missed it, there's the link to that 5x5 where we talk about how to create mailing lists. Beta readers, really important to have beta readers, and these readers not only help you with the pre-orders like Dr. Matthews was talking about, in the pre-orders where you can find reviewers and bloggers to talk about your book in advance. These are your beta readers. They can become your beta readers in order to build a cheer team for your book and for your writing. Practice target marketing. Even if you're a writer, you should be looking at your target marketing. You should be knowing who is reading your book, why they read your book, and what makes them a reader or even a cheerleader for your work. Like, why are they supporting you? Get into your target market and really ask them questions. Drive them into engagement with you to build trust, to build a relational goal, to build a relation with them, so then you can have them for later on when you're doing more stuff. You may not be coming out with a book, you may be coming out with an article, and you would love for people to comment under that article or even share that article. I'll send you a YouTube video that shows how you download this recording from Facebook. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so thank you, Vanessa. Really, I have WordPress. Please tell me more about the free mail. And if you have WordPress, go over to where you have your widgets. I want to do it over on here. Maybe after, if we have time. If we have time, I'll show you how to get your widgets over there. Vanessa, this priceless. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. You're so sweet. Okay, build up your newsletter subscription. So now that you have, once you get the widget on your WordPress or on your, of course, you have somewhere to build up your newsletter following. You want to make sure people are subscribing so you can have what's called what is the name of that thing? You can have something free for them to subscribe. So don't just get out there and say give me your email, and don't just put people on your email subscription. Give them something to make them want to give you. You want that organic reach. It's very important, and there are a lot of algorithms out there who knows what was paid for and what was organic. Organic reach is like having organic vegetables compared to the vegetables that are not organic. It's healthier. The internet loves it, and the internet will love you when you have more organic reach out there. So what you want to do is encourage people to subscribe to your newsletter. So don't just say subscribe to my newsletter, because people are like, oh, I don't want to get a newsletter every month. But do you want to get 5 tips on how to grow your following? Do you want to get 7 beautiful love stories all year long? Subscribe to my newsletter. And I'm like, oh yeah, I do want 7 good stories to read. Or I want great editing tips. How do you get great editing tips? Okay, here's my email. Give me my editing tips. So find ways to get them to subscribe to your newsletter. Now, don't be a car salesman with it and promise them stuff and then they don't get it. Please make sure that that stuff is set up so then they can get that subscription of what they subscribe to. So please. So the next thing to do to build your following is blogging, vlogging, and podcasting. This is very important. Producing not only text content, but also video and audio content. I cannot even go into the stats of how vlogging and podcasting is just taking off. So you guys should be doing that. I got to get a drink of water. So you might hear quietness or you might hear me drinking. Okay, so getting video and audio content is really popular. I did a podcast last year. I just podcast my book, literally, and it brought so many sales. And it was a really old book. I published this book back in 2000, I believe, 2009. I published this book. So I decided to do a podcast on it, and boom, people started buying the book, and then they started buying the subsequent standalone series to the book. Even though they would listen to the podcast, but they still bought the book and then bought the series to this book. So it does work. It was a nice drip income, in last year for just nothing. I had a lot of time, due to the pandemic, to sit there and read this book off chapter by chapter. Every, once a day I'd read a chapter, and that'd be the next thing to the podcast. So it brought in like a nice little chunk of change just for me sitting there reading this book, literally. For vlogging, of course, video has become so popular. In your hand right now, you're looking at a media center, so you can produce videos. If you look at my timeline today, I literally produced that video right on Canva, and I didn't even buy anything free. I even added the music. You can add music in Canva, which I did not know that. Oh, we got to do a Canva class so bad. It is so much fun. Oh yeah, I do have a Canva class scheduled. I do have the Canva class scheduled. Canva class is scheduled, I believe, for the 17th. So write that in your calendars. The Canva class is going to be scheduled for the 17th about noon, one-ish, kind of. So don't forget that. So yeah, social media through campaigns and advertising effectively. If you are building content, and remember you have that planner, make sure you are building a campaign. Actually put a campaign together. So quickly, let me show you how to do a campaign. I'm doing the Canva class on the 17th, and not only do I want you guys to come, I want other people to come. So I am going to, of course, number one, create a social media GIF, which is a social media promo that goes on Facebook, Instagram, in my stories, which is another promo piece of art to make. And then I want to also put it into Twitter and LinkedIn. So now, and then I'm gonna actually make a blog post about the event, and then I'm going to make a short video. Hey guys, I'm doing a Canva class. I would love for you to come. Why is Canva important? Why are images important? What you can do with Canva, and what I'm going to show you in the class. Bam. And in those 2 weeks that I have right now, I just literally told you that I'm going to build that social media campaign. I can post out every other day with something new about it. I can blog about it. Tomorrow in 2 days, I can talk about it on Twitter and Instagram. And then in 2 days, I can talk about it on all my Facebook pages. And then in 2 days, I can send it out in my newsletter. And then in 2 days, I can send out that video that I did, that advertises it. So you guys get the idea. I just literally sit here and built a campaign on the Canva class. And like for anything that you're doing, you're building campaigns and you're advertising effectively in order to draw traffic into where you want them to be and get them where you want them. And then say, hey, now that I did all this, buy something. Yay, good. Build book awareness. This is another goal that you must do. You must build book awareness and optimize your book metadata. Now we are about to cook the brain a little in optimizing your book data. So your metadata is the back information that consists of your author bio, book description, price, subject. If you ever work with Calibra software, there's a tab that has metadata on it, and this actually tells whenever somebody opens up your book, this tells the computer what this book is, how it is, where it goes in the basic codes and things like that. So your book metadata is important. And in some book software, ebook software now, you can actually add I know I love Canva too, Andrea, don't get me started. You can actually add keywords inside of your metadata. So that is really important to know, that your book can be out there with metadata on Amazon, which loves words, that can pick up that keywords and put it in categories that you want. But also you can also use Amazon and add even more categories. So that is awesome. That's a great search engine optimization tool to use, is understanding how to put metadata inside of your book. Find hashtags for your book. Now, like I said, I always say you should have one main hashtag. That's your unique hashtag. Like I have seal tips, or I have seal lit. When I talk about seal tips, I'm talking about giving information out. When I'm talking about seal lit, I'm talking about my books in general. Okay, so that's one of my main ones. My two major ones would be something else. So I write romance suspense. Romance suspense will be a major one because that's a huge one. If you want to know what value your hashtag has, you can actually just go into Instagram and do a search. When you do a search on that, before you select that search, underneath each search, it'll tell you how many people have talked about this today. Literally, you'll know how many people have talked about this today. You want to try in your three minor ones to get between 100,000, 60,000 to 100,000. You want to use, those are that's the major ones. For three minor ones, you want to use between 60,000 to no more than, I believe it's like 30,000. You shouldn't go any lower than that. So those are hashtags. And I know hashtags are kind of difficult, and it can really be frustrating and kind of brain cooking to go into. But it's really important because hashtags win. Literally. Hashtags win. and you can literally open yourself up to new audiences when you are using the right hashtags. Don't know what hashtags to use? Like I said, those A-list, B-list, C-list authors, go on Instagram and see what your A-list authors are using in their hashtags, and then what are your B-list authors are using in their hashtags, and see how you can what content are you producing in order to use those hashtags too. Okay? Improve distribution and formats. Getting your books just on paperback is not the thing anymore. You also have to do ebooks, and you have to make sure that you are sending them out. Not just, you can do the KDP Select program for as long as you want, but don't forget you can get out of it every, I believe, 90 days now. So you can get out of it and then improve the distribution. iBook ebooks are really giving me life. I mean, I'm getting a lot of love from iBooks. And when I tell you that I've made some nice gas money with iBooks, it's really cool. That nice drip income that's coming in from the iBook store has really improved the sales and the reach. When they read one book, they're picking up other books from the series. Who's going to pick up the release from unknown authors? Okay, I'll get to that in just a second. Tiffany, the PowerPoint will be available afterwards, and it'll be downloaded for $1. I'll have it in my Gumroad store. Okay, so where was I? Ba, 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 ba. Oh, so you can if you have it as a KDP Select right now, you can actually after 90 days take it out and distribute it to a larger audience. You can use Smashwords, you can use Draft to Digital, you can use Publish Drive to get your book out there to more distributors. Now, yeah, you see Nook is not popular, but like I said, iBooks is great. Google Books is awesome. I mean, it's really building over in Google Books. You can actually control your Google Books yourself. You can upload them yourself. Um, Aw. Yeah, you can keep viewing. You can come back and see the replay, Barbara. Definitely. You can come back and see the replay. And then so and then you can also not only as ebooks, you can of course do audiobooks. I will actually be doing my first audiobook. I'm getting it done now. I'm so excited. I'm waiting for the person to finish so then I can get it done. When you want to do audiobooks, you can either use ACX, which is of course owned by Amazon, and you can actually find someone to split the profit with you. They help do your audiobook and they split the profit with you and then get it into the Amazon store and the Audible store. Or you can do the Find a Way. It's called Find a Way Voices, and Find a Way Voices actually pushes it out to other audio bookstores. You can actually do that as well. So those are two things you can do for your audiobooks as well. And of course, we've had it where you can change your book into other things like workshops, um, resources. Uh, it's so many ways to change your book over, and I've had that before, and I can send out a list for that as well. So you don't have to have your book in just one kind of format. It can be in various formats like that. So get reviews. In order for it to make a bounce and get promoted as if you like this book, you'll like this book. It has to have a minimum of 50 reviews in Amazon, just to let you know. You can also get reviews if people can't put it on Amazon, or they don't have an Amazon account, or they don't know how. They can put it on Goodreads. They can put it on BookBubs. They can even give it to you, type it up, and then you take a screenshot and you send it out and post it on you can post it on your website and send it out to your social media as a book review. Put it up on Canva, make a pretty little thing about it. You know that this person said this amazing thing about this book, and this can happen to you when you read the book as well. You know, find awards to enter. Book Award Pro, I think it's Book Award Pro program. It's a low cost program that helps you find awards for your books. It's really, really good. I really like it. I'll see if I can find a link to that as well. How can I donate to you for this helpful info? Aw, you're so sweet. You can go to the Motown Writers, go to motownwriters.com, Vanessa, and on the sidebar is to say a donate button. You can click that and donate to motownwriters.com. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. Okay, and you can start doing press releases. So for press releases, Andy, of course you know Dante Lee. He has the press release company, but even if you type in free press sites, let me see if I can do it. It'll be a 10-second delay. Let me see. Free press release sites. You can type in actually free press release sites, go past all the ads, and then literally like you can visit like different free press release sites where you can put your press release out there into the world. So yeah, free press release sites, and you can actually find press releases where you can submit. You can find places where you can submit free press releases too. Who's gonna pick up a release from an unknown author? A lot of people will pick up a release if it has the right words in it. So find your keywords that you're looking for, but look for current events. Try to make your, I'm doing a press release class real fast. So when you want to send out a good press release, you make your press release relatable. So that's why you're reading stuff to know what's coming up and what technologies and what news and what trends are coming up, so you can create press releases that from an unknown author that says, hey, I know a lot about stress and healing, and in 2021 we are going to need a lot of stress relief and a lot of healing, and this is a great poetry book that I have that readers, when they read this book, guarantee will feel better afterwards. Like, pretty much that's it. You need to read this poetry book, and you send this press release out. Outlets are looking for how to relieve mental stress, how to get your kids to de-stress, all this stress relief. 2021 will be about stress relief and mental relief. You're looking for that. You have a product that can do that. Send a press release out about it. And that's how they pick up for a book from an unknown author. Basically. And it sounds so simple. And it really, really is when you think about it. Think about it in that terms, that it just send the book release out, and then someone will pick it up. Someone's always looking for something new under the sun, and then just get in there and send it out. Okay? So the last thing, and we always forget, speaking of stress relief, is refill the well. I've told you 7 things to do. Right now your brain is exploding and you're like, oh my God, Sylvia has just overwhelmed me. You do have to refill the well. And I actually do. People think I'm on 24/7. I am like this, like 24/7. And I'm actually not. Otherwise, I would drive my husband insane. I probably already do. But I am not like this 24/7. I do take time to refill the well. Claim your title as an author. And that means just saying that you are an author. I am an author of this book. I am a writer writing this book that's coming out in 2022. Enjoy being that person. Enjoy being that title. It's really important. Celebrate and have fun. Do things that make you happy. You know, watch Bridgerton for like the 20th time. There's no judgment. I'm talking about myself. It's no judgment zone at that point. But do what you have to do in order to refill your well. In this, especially in 2020, it taught us how to control our circle, get the people, the problems, the pressure out of the circle. If it's not working for you, if it's causing you stress, if it's not giving you relief or orgasm, get them out. I'm sorry I had to be grown about it, but it's basically it. If it's stressing you out, kick them out that circle. You know, go to just know that, once you refill your well, you're going to feel so much better. And then you start back at 1. Start back at 1 and keep it going. So definitely it's very important. And I think we all forget that this needs to be done in order for us to keep it going, because you're going to get in there and you're not going to see any results. And you're going to be like, well, Sylvia told me to do all this, but nothing is happening. And so then I need to just not do it anymore. That's not the case. The case is that maybe how you're doing it is not working well for your audience, and you need to slow it down and then see what you can do to do it right in order to produce results. Each one of these that I have given you should increase your newsletter, it should increase your book selling, it should increase, and it should send an increase in some kind of way there. Whenever you do any one of those, any one of these 7 things that I have suggested, you should be getting a ROI on it. That just point blank, you should be getting an ROI on that. And if you're not, please come back to me and say, Sylvia, I did do this, I did try this, it did not work. Then I'm gonna go back and say, okay, we're gonna find another way, because there are other ways, even after those 7 ways. These are the major ways that we should be building book selling techniques and creating uh the search engine optimization out there that we do need. So I know one of those 7 ways is going to work for you. Trust me. So, do you guys got any questions? Any questions at all? Anything? Anything? That's what, like, anything? Let me see if I can stop sharing the screen. Any questions at all? Hold up.